Ladies and gentlemen, today is the return of the classic wrestling series. It is episode 40, and ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize about that. To battle is honor, to win is hell. Ladies and gentlemen, 8,762 fans witnessed in the Mecca Arena in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on the 23rd of June, 1996. King of the Ring, 1996. Ladies and gentlemen, I have chosen King of the Ring 1996 as my return to the classic wrestling series because I always wondered just how did Austin manage to win the King of the Ring? Well, we're gonna find out. And the first matchup is ironically Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Marc Mero. For the first match back in the classic wrestling series, I am so happy I picked King of the Ring 96, ladies and gentlemen. Marc Mero versus Steve Austin. This match was a very good way to open up the show. Marc Mero he is so jacked, yet he is such a high flyer in this match. He he does the missile drop kick. He tries to go for the wild thing, which is a shooting star press. He also, he does a plunge onto Austin. It is impressive how Marc Mero is so good. And the only reason he got over was Sable, because he's a very, very talented wrestler, I think. And yeah, definitely one of the better wrestlers in this era. As well with Owen and Brett and a few others. So Austin wins with the stunner, which was debuted just last week against Salvio Vega. Continuing that feud, ladies and gentlemen, which is always good. And yeah, he wins with the stunner. 1, 2, 3. He's on his way to the finals. So next up is Vader versus Jake Roberts. So we just had Vader versus Jake Roberts, and if I'm at all honest, guys, this is where I preferred the first match over Jake Roberts, only because of the finish. So Jake and Vader basically start off. Vader is basically dominating the match. There was a few hope spots with Austin, with Jake and stuff like that. He connects a short arm clothesline, which looks very very good from Jake. But the problem is he tries for the DDT. This is the second time he goes for a DDT. First time he goes for it, he gets pushed into the corner. He goes for the second DDT. Vader grabs the ref, pushes him down, and gets the DQ. And that's how Jake wins. To be honest, I don't like that finish, but it's a finish nonetheless. After the match, Vader would go on to assault Jake Roberts to say he's got injured ribs. Next up, guys, is the Smoking Guns versus the Godwins. As a match, this was good. It actually had some very good storytelling. Before the match, the Smoking Guns and Sonny are talking about the Body Gunners and how they have a new manager. Okay, I like that. I think they're going to have to meet sometime down the road. I think that's a really good thing. And yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to that match when that does eventually happen because the Body Gunners are good and the Smoking Guns are good. Now, the Godwins versus the Guns. This match was okay. Just a standard tag team title match. Nothing really of note. The good wins get the early advantage and stuff like that. There's nothing really of note in the match. It's just your standard go through the match, go through the routine and stuff like that. And basically, I think Bart hits Phineas with a boot, and then Billy gets the roll up for the win. So not too bad. Continues the feud. The Body Donors would go on to, I think the Goodwin, sorry, would go on. I think an International Incident, if I recall, to win the tag team titles, and then that would carry on. So the next matchup is the Warrior versus Jerry the King Lawler. So we just had the Warrior versus King Lawler and Jerry Lawler, and oh my god, this match was fucking stupid. Jerry's basically just berating the crowd. Brings the scepter from the King of the Ring throne to it. Um, this was a nothing match. I'm sorry. Basically, there's a lot of choking. The referee's being really fucking lenient with the choking. And then Warrior just hopes up, hits a running shoulder block for the win. A shoulder block. Not even his finisher, just a fucking shoulder block. This match skipped. I just skipped this match. I watched it, but I tell to anybody skip this match. It is not good. Next up, Oh yeah, Undertaker versus Mankind. Let's watch this one. So we're just watching the intro to the Undertaker versus Mankind match, and holy shit! I don't even know how this happened. So Mankind is coming to the ring. Love Mick Foley as Mankind. I think this is out of his three personas. Well, four technically. Mick Foley, Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love. Mankind is just fucking brilliant. I love Mankind. Taker just gave him a chance, and he just fucking ran with it. I fucking love Mankind. Um, Literally from out of nowhere, Bear was walking to the ring. It's like, where's Taker? I don't know where Taker is. All of a sudden, lights go up. Taker's on the bloody corner. Don't even know how he's got there. He must have either come from under the crowd, climbed up to the top rope and done that way, or he must have walked through the crowd because nobody saw him. Nobody from the actual crowd cheered for him or heard him. It was amazing. So let's carry on watching the match because, yeah, I love the feud in '96 between Mankind and Undertaker was bloody amazing. I've talked about it so many times on the show, but yeah, it was good. I always say the greatest match to watch, and I've always said this before I did the show, is this Tuesday in Texas, Jake Roberts versus Randy Savage. The emotion in that match and the storytelling in that match between those two men is amazing. Not even that, with Elizabeth as well, the referee, the Real Monsoon, and all that, and just all that culminating into that match is amazing. I love that. I think for the psychology, I think Undertaker and Mankind are the Jake Roberts and the Randy Savage of this era. I know we would have Jake Roberts, but he wouldn't be in the company for long. I see so many similarities between these four men. It is so good. I mean, Mankind would get better, Taker would get better, but this time the psychology in this match was amazing. So kicks off with the intro, like I just said. Then we have Undertaker performing Old School. Mankind would then get the momentum with a running with a body slam. It continues until it starts going outside, and that's where I get a bit like, okay, let's see where this one goes. Mankind grabs a chair to nail the Undertaker with, but then it's reversed and the Undertaker back body drops him into the match. Nothing really of, it's just the routine of these, these two men fucking hate each other, and it's a good thing. I've got notes. That's why I'm looking down and looking at you guys. So basically, Undertaker, Paul Bearer distracts the referee, allowing Undertaker to attack Mankind with a chair. I don't like that. Mankind is the heel, Taker's the face. It should be the other way around, I think, because then it's then the bad guys getting the comeuppance and stuff like that. But okay, fine, whatever. Um, Undertaker follows that up with a big boot, tries to go for the tombstone. Mankind slips out and hits a swinging neckbreaker, which looks fucking beautiful. On there, tries to finish the Undertaker with the mandible claw, so the in the mouth. Undertaker blocks it and then kicks and was kicked by Mankind. The action returns to the floor where Mankind smashes his elbow on Undertaker against the steel steps. That looked brutal. That was a good blow. He tries for the running elbow drop. This was how he managed to get into the company. He just did the running elbow drop onto the concrete floor. But Taker blocks it with the chair. Again, I don't like the fact that Undertaker's having to use the chair because he's a good guy in this matchup. It should be Mankind trying to get the advantage. But he returns to the ring, hits the Undertaker with a power driver, which looks again very, very good. Out of the two people who put the pile driver on, Mankind and Jerry Lawler, Mankind definitely does it better, I think. Mankind grabs Undertaker's urn, tries to hit him with it. It's blocked. Bear snatches it. Force Undertaker focuses. Mankind focuses on Undertaker, applies a mandible claw onto him. Bearer tries to hit Mankind with the urn, but Mankind pulls Undertaker in the way. Then Mankind applies another mandible claw for the win, and Mankind is awarded the victory via TKO, which is total knockout. This match was a very, very good match, I thought. I mean, they didn't need the chair as much as I thought they did, but you know what? This match was good, and I definitely recommend this match. I do recommend it as well, just for the storytelling between these two men, because it feels like Undertaker is pulling out more of the abilities of mankind. And it's like I said, these two are the Jake Roberts and the Randy Savage of their era. And their feud was amazing, I thought. And especially when it goes back, when we go to Hell in a Cell, the Hell in a Cell match that they had. It just continues the story, even though it's been like a 2 year hiatus in the feud. It just continues the story, and it's just a very good way of. It's a good storytelling, to be honest. So, next up, guys, we are going to have Goldust versus Ahmed Johnson for the Intercontinental Championship. Let's watch this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, Goldust versus Ahmed Johnson. Ahmed Johnson at this time has had many tries at many runs during the company, but would always get injured at the worst possible moment. I always believe he is a very good wrestler, but injuries would prevent that, and especially after this match, it would prevent more. This would prevent his Intercontinental title reign. Unfortunately, he is still seen as an Intercontinental Champion, but unfortunately, he would not hold the belt for long, ladies and gentlemen. So, as you can work out, Ahmed Johnson wins this match with a sit-out Pearl River plunge. Yeah. It was a good move. Goldust is a very good character at this time. He's a good character. The feud going into this would be... There was a scene on Raw where Ahmed Johnson is being dragged out of the arena. Goldust wants to administer CPR onto him, but Ahmed was a bit reluctant on the matter, so he said, "If you're doing anything, put your hand over my mouth, so then you're not actually kissing me." Goldust decides not to do that. He actually kisses Ahmed Johnson, which pisses him off, and would culminate with this feud. And I think that's why Ahmed Johnson wins the title here, because to be honest, you if you don't want to do that, you don't, I feel like that's, each to their own. But Goldust was asked not to. He did, you know, uncool, completely uncool. But as well as this match, like I said, Ahmed Johnson would be injured by Farouk, a debuting Farouk coming up very soon. It's a bit upsetting that he never got a chance. Ahmed Johnson never got a chance at the title with an actual title run. It's upsetting because he was a very good wrestler, I thought. And unfortunately, yeah, injury would prevent that. I feel sorry for the guy. So next up, guys, will be the final match of the King of the Ring, pitting Austin versus Roberts. Let's watch this one. So, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Jake Roberts. This match would be amazing if both guys were actually 100%, and if this was a first round matchup. I know, it's a final match, but you know what? I think it's worth it being the final. It's definitely a final worthy match. So, Monsoon comes to the ring before the match and offers Roberts to stop it before the match even starts. Because of the injured ribs. Roberts regroups and refuses to forfeit. He begins attacking Austin and attempts to hit the DDT. Austin avoids the move, begins focusing on Roberts' injured ribs. End of the match, Austin hits a stunner to win the match and the King of the Ring tournament. As a final, Jake was injured. Jake was legitimately injured at this point, so they had to do the match quickly. I think, if I recall, it went on for about nine minutes ish. But then we get the infamous promo. You sit there and you thumb your Bible and you say your prayers, and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your palms. Talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, "I just whipped your ass." And yeah, I can't do it as well as him, but that is the most classic of all the King of the Ring tournaments. It is literally the birth. This is the birth of the Stone Cold Steve Austin that we saw for so many years. And ladies and gentlemen, in the final matchup, it's Shawn Michaels facing the British Bulldog. Let's watch this one. Shawn Michaels and the British Bulldog. These two guys are at the height of their popularity. Michaels and Bulldog are very good. They are really good together as opponents. I think they are good. Shawn and Owen, I don't think happened that many times. Brett and Owen, well, we know about Brett and Owen. Brett and Michaels. But I always feel like Shawn and Davey Boy Smith, British Bulldog, this feud was so good and it was so underrated as a feud. So, pretty much. We have Owen Hart throughout the entire pay per view is actually commentary, which is actually pretty cool. I don't think I mentioned that before. Pretty much. Um, Gorilla Monsoon makes Mr. Perfect the outside enforcer for this match, due to the Perfect's controversial refereeing at WrestleMania 10 involving, I can't remember who's involved in. I think it was involving the Shawn match. I could be wrong on that one. Um, Basically the match goes backwards and forwards with Diane, who is British Bulldog's wife, and Jim Cornette in the corner of the British Bulldog. And this match is so good. Again, I'm not really going to comment on it. I'm just going to talk about the ending. Um, basically, Warrior comes. Basically, the ending is Shawn gets the win. After the switch in music, if I recall, yeah, after the switch in music, um, Perfect. Owen Hart leaves the commentary table to pull Perfect out of the ring to prevent him from counting the pinfall, but Earl Hebner continues the three, which is weird because why, it should be a 1, 2, 3 to begin with. It should not have continued. It should have restarted. Anyway, screw it. Allowing Michaels to get the win and we retain the championship. Both Bulldog and Owen attacks Hart. Johnson comes out to rescue Hart, but Bulldog and Owen Hart's teammate Vader comes out to even the odds, and then Warrior comes out to prevent to come out to the rescue, with Johnson from Bulldog Hart and this ends the show. A very very good match. A very very interesting matchup. It's one of these matches that I cannot do justice. You have to find it. I'm sure this should be in the Hidden Gems collection of the WWE Network. And yeah, it's a really good thing. So, guys, what did I think of the show overall? This show was very, very good. I think. I think it's a good show. It's coming back, coming back to the show and coming back to doing the classic wrestling series after really 6 weeks away. Um, it's actually really refreshing. So, having a perspective of, 6 weeks away, I can chill, I can relax, and then watch the show. Yeah, I'm really happy with this show. To come back to a show like this, it's great. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is episode 40 of the classic wrestling series ended, guys. This will be uploaded today, which is today is a Saturday, so I'm uploading this today. Then the next episode will be uploaded on Wednesday, and basically, I'm just going to try and get as much recording done today, so they're going to be pre-recorded. I do apologize, guys, but I'm just wanting to get as much recording done as possible, so then I can actually catch up with 5 episodes, guys. So, like I said, thank you so much for watching this classic wrestling series. And next episode, I don't know where we're going to go. I mean, after and also, guys, the commentary was Jim Ross, Owen Hart, and Vince McMahon. Didn't really get grinding, to be honest. I think I got annoyed with Owen Hart. I think I got annoyed with Jerry Lawler and Vince McMahon because there was just not that way of that. I think it needed Jim Ross. I think Jim Ross and Vince McMahon worked perfectly together. Owen Hart as well. Yeah, great way to get a perspective from a wrestler. I thought it was really good. So where are we going to go now? I don't know. I mean, we've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun watching King of the Ring. We've got Clash of Champions coming up next week. I think I know what we're going to do next. I think I know what we're going to do for episode 41, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you on episode 41. See you later.